Sleep is a special physiological state that every living organism requires to some extent. People, who are the most advanced representatives of the animal world, sleep an average of 8 hours a night in an environment that is completely free of natural disasters. It's much more difficult for the animals. Let's take a look at what conditions different species have to sleep in, depending on their habitat and position in the food chain. We'll start with the lion. The king of the animals feeds on raw meat, which requires the most comfortable conditions to get digested. So the lion sleeps up to 20 hours a day, in the shade under the trees or in the tall grass. If there are elephants or hippos around, the lion climbs a tree and sleeps there to be able to peacefully and completely relax all the muscles. Storks are beautiful birds capable of undertaking long flights, for example from Europe to Africa. Scientists got curious about how storks sleep during these migrations. Their incredible assumptions got confirmed. When a stork gets tired, it moves from its place into the center of the V formation and closes its eyes, which sharpens its hearing. Hearing the sound of the wings coming from behind and the front, the stork doesn't lose height or the direction of the flight. 10 minutes of flying in this automatic mode are enough for the stork to recuperate and be ready to switch places with the next tired member of the flock. Beautiful, fluffy marsupial creatures. Koalas can sleep up to 22 hours per day. They have a very limited diet and consume little water, and thus their metabolism is very slow. They sleep in the trees in various comfy positions, holding onto branches with their clinging claws. Ungulates live in herds and often have to flee from predators, which is why it's very important for them to always be on their feet. So they only have two options for resting: putting their head on a standing member of the herd to have a nap, or get some real sleep lying down. This option is both safer and more pleasant, since when one animal sleeps, all the others watch over it. Chimpanzees sleep in trees in positions very similar to those of humans, on their backs, their bellies, curled up, or placing their upper limbs under their heads. They make individual beds for themselves from branches, leaves, and other scrap materials. What's interesting is that they refresh the bedding every day. These sea inhabitants are the creatures that actually do sleep with one eye open. Dolphins have the unique ability to rest each of their brain hemispheres separately. When one hemisphere is resting, the opposite eye is closed, while the second eye is open and the second hemisphere is fully functional. When dolphins sleep, they can remain in the upright position in the water or drift slowly with the current. In captivity, dolphins can sleep at the bottom of the pool, rising to the surface to get air once in a while. Sharks are amazing predators, who for a long time were seen as animals that don't need sleep. The problem with sharks is that they have to keep the water flowing through their gills at all times, as that's how these predators get oxygen, which is necessary to survive. So these animals are known to have adapted to doze off inside the current, but not all of their sleeping habits have been studied so far. Owls are the birds that used to be considered to be evil spirits, but are now seen as the personification of wisdom. Adult owls sleep on a branch, sometimes turning their heads backwards while sleeping. The most surprising sleeping habit was found in baby owls. They sleep almost like people, lying on their belly with their heads turned to one side. This habit has formed because in childhood, the birds' heads are heavier than their bodies, so they can't maintain balance during sleep and have to lie down. Sometimes this childhood habit persists in adulthood as well. Amazingly cute northern seabirds. They differ significantly in size and features, but none of them can fly. King penguins sleep standing up, which allows them to avoid contact with the icy surface in harsh habitats. Birds of other species can rest on the waves or on the shore, lying down on their belly, as do the Gentoo penguins, for example. They stretch out their feet and spread their wings to the sides. If the situation allows, penguins can sleep for more than 20 hours a day. Group animals. They gather in groups of up to 40 individuals and go to sleep together in pre-dug burrows to keep themselves warm and safe. The most valuable members of the group are put in the center at the bottom of the burrow. Some animal sleeping habits seem surprising and cute to humans, but in fact, they have developed on the basis of practical considerations for better nutrition and survival. Nature is a harsh breeder, allowing only the strong and capable to survive. Well, that's all, friends. Share this video. I hope it was interesting and you enjoyed watching. We'll see you next time.